Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, nice to hear you. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
And how was your day today? Can you please tell me what did you do today?
Today I went to school and then I go home and I was sleeping.
You went to sleep. Okay, and after this class, what will you do after this class?
After this class, I think I will take a shower.
Take a shower. Very nice. Okay, and for the weekend, what will you do on the weekend?
For the weekend, I think I don't have plan for the weekend. So I
Mhm,
think I will stay at home.
mhm. Okay, and what do you usually do at your home on the
I
weekend?
think I just work late and maybe I watching something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is something that you usually like to watch?
I don't know, I just watch some video on YouTube.
Mhm. Watch videos on YouTube. Okay, so we have here a really nice and interesting lesson about movies. What type of the movies do you usually like to watch? Movies. I'm not saying about TikTok or YouTube. I'm asking you about the movies. So what type of the movies do you usually like to watch when you watch some movies? So what type of the movies do you usually like to watch? What are your favorite type of the movies that you usually like to watch?
Movie, I think I usually watch some action movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me it's more interesting
Mm-hmm.
than the other type of movie.
Mm-hmm. Other type of the movie. What other type of the movies do you prefer to watch?
No, I only prefer to watch action and
Mm-hmm.
comedy.
Mm-hmm. Because why? Because
Um, because it's more interesting for me. It's like it's fighting and yeah, it's
Mhm,
just more interesting.
mhm. Okay, okay, very nice. And who is your favorite super action hero? Can you please tell me who do you usually like?
Super action. I don't have favorite hero.
Mm-hmm,
I watch a lot of type of action in different country.
mm-hmm. Okay, because why? Because
So I just want to try. Yeah.
mhm. Okay, so we have here different type of the movies that people usually like to watch. Okay, now let's see. I will share my screen. Okay, now can you please read this text.
Hollywood has always had an appetite for villains, heroes, and victims. So it's not surprising that films out wrongful are popular in the last few decades. Motion pictures such as The Thin Blue Line and Enemy of the State have become box office hits thanks to some high profile in the news. Some prisoners being freed after many years behind the bars. This miscarriage of justice are often caused by arbitrary errors. Shockingly, the most severe have events result in the death for the in 1956. Alfred Hitchcock directed a film based on a true story called The Wrong Man. The film examines the trial and untrust of many bachelor unimproved impoverished musicians from New York. It's a classic case of mistaken identity, as many closely resembles an armed robber who held up an insurance office. Many identified by several witnesses, most are used in court. An insurance office, many and also he enters and a of not guilty. The prosecution think they have a strong case. Fortunately, the real criminal is caught before the trial ends. But in the meantime, Manny has lost his job and his wife has had a breakdown. In case like Manny's, who is to blame? Do the police officer and lawyer deserve, or should they compensate him? Are they really free from blame?
Okay, so what do you think about when you read this text? What is your opinion about this text that you read about? Okay, so what do you think about when you read this text? What is your opinion about this text? What do you think about this type of the movie that you read about right now? What is your opinion about this type of the movie?
Mm,
Would you consider maybe to watch this type of the movie? Would you um, think that you can, for example, you can watch this type of the movie? Okay, so if you can, would you like to watch this movie?
I think no, it don't seem like so
Mhm,
interesting, and I
mhm,
feel like I don't know those, I don't know the actors,
mhm,
and I don't know anything about the movie, and
mhm,
maybe it's old, yeah.
Okay, so this movie is old. Okay, and can you write 4 sentences about movie that you like to watch, and why do you like to watch? Okay, can you write 4 sentences about and what is happening in this movie that you like to watch? Can you do that, please?
Yes, 5 sentence.
Well, yeah, 5 sentences. Okay, yes, 5 sentences.
Yes.
Thank you.
The Dark Knight follows Batman as he faces the Joker, a ruthless villain who brings Gotham to the edge of destruction. Gladiator tells the story of a betrayed general who fights as a gladiator to take revenge on the corrupt emperor. Inception is a mind-twisting film about a team that invades dreams to manipulate reality. The Godfather is a legendary crime drama about family power and the brutal world of the mafia.
Mhm. Okay. And now, what do you think? What do you think about movies that are not so interesting?
Maybe it's interesting for others, but not for me.
Hmm. Okay. And why?
Yeah,
Why do you
I
think
think it's
so?
still good. Just is
Hmm.
not very good for me.
Hmm. Okay. Now
Maybe it's
let's.
still good for the others.
Mhm. Okay. So this is something that it can be good for others. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, that was quite nice and quite good. Now let's take a look on just one moment. Okay, we have here, okay, these movies that are let's say scary movies. What do you think about scary movies? Are these movies interesting for you? Scary movies. So what do you think about this type of the movies?
It's interesting, yeah, but I think I only watch with my friends. I don't watch
Mhm,
alone because it's scary. Yeah,
mhm, mhm. Okay, and how often, for example, do you watch scary movies?
I don't watch this a lot. I sometimes I watch it. Yeah,
Mhm,
sometimes I feel boring. I will watch.
mhm. Okay, now let's try to read this part of the text. Can you please read this text?
Um, a Texas teen involved in a car crash which killed four people and seriously in,
Injured?
injured two others who served no jail time following the incident. The 16-year-old boy, who has pleaded guilty to 4 counts of manslaughter and 2 counts of assault, also to causing serious bodily injury, admitted to being drunk when he lost control of his pickup truck on a dark rural road. The boys were sentenced to go to a rehabilitation center, which cost $450,000 a year and would be paid for by his parents. He has also received 10 years probation, during which time he will not be allowed to drink or drive. Violation of his probation could result in 10 years imprisonment. Families of the victims expressed disappointment at the sentence. Had he not had money, comment one, I think the results would have been different.
So what do you think about this type of the news? What is your opinion about this type of the news that we read about right now? What is your opinion about this type of the news that you read about now? So what is your opinion about this?
Um, I think it's good, but
Hmm.
um,
So.
it's good, but I think it's not for me. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so what is something that you would do in this situation? For example, if you're a judge, what do you think about this punishment here? What is your opinion about this punishment here that is mentioned in this text that you read about? Okay, so what is your opinion about this type of the punishment? Do you think is this too harsh? Do you think so? What is your opinion about this?
Um,
So we have here some punishment here. So what is your opinion about this punishment that is mentioned right here? Okay, so we have here, is this punishment too hard? Is not hard? So what is your opinion about this?
it's not so hard because it's kill 4 people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And did you ever heard about something like this? Did you ever heard about any other news that, for example, are like this? Okay, so did you ever heard any other news like this?
No.
No. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what punishment do you think? What punishment do you think can be really for this type of the crime? It's suitable. So we have here someone is do something like this. So what do you think about some other things and other crimes that can be like this one? Okay, that is mentioned here. So what is your opinion about this type of the crimes?
I think it must be like be in a jail forever,
Mm-hmm.
or
Okay. Mm-hmm.
somehow the punishment because it's kill 4 people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For police investigation, do you think about this or something else? Should they go to another police investigation?
No, maybe
No.
police. These police can save investigation.
Mm-hmm.
No need to go to others. Yes, no, please.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the one of investigation that they can cover. Okay, now and what do you think about other crimes? What other crimes are really bad? So what is your opinion about other crimes that can be really bad about? So what do you think about this? So what other crimes are really bad in your opinion?
Murder
Mm-hmm.
with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. Yes.
Okay, so murder. Okay, and why, for example, did you choose a murderer? Why did you choose this type of the crime?
Because it's killing people.
Mhm.
Yes.
O- Okay, now let's see. Okay, and now we have here, and what other news, for example, people usually read on the internet? What are some other news that people can usually read on the internet?
They can break news about maybe about the economic, about our work, something
Mm-hmm.
happened, sport.
Mm-hmm. Sport. Okay. Okay, very nice. Okay, and how about you? Okay, which news do you usually like to read? What are some news that you usually like to read?
Um, Actually, I don't read news. Yeah. I don't spend
Because
time for read news because I don't like. I don't care.
okay, now we have here, just one moment, we have here, okay, these sentences. Okay, I will share screen. Okay, now can you please, okay, write these sentences in the chat box. Study phrase A to H below. Do they describe the past, the present, or the future? Which phrases imply disapproval? Write the answers in your notebook. Can you write these answers in the chat box, please?
Uh,
Thank you.
A. Future disapproval. B. Past disapproval. C. Past neutral. D. Past disapproval. E. Past present disapproval. F. Present disapproval. G. Past disapproval. H. Present disapproval.
Mhm. Okay, now let's see. We have here this part one. Okay, now can you please read from here to here?
Policeman on the beat move up avenue impressively. The time was barely 10 o'clock at night, but the chilly gust of the wind with a taste of rain them had well night the people the street. Uh, trying though as he went, twirling his glove with many intricate and artful movement, turning now and then to cast his watchful eye down the Pacific to thoroughfare. The officer, with his stalwart form and the slight swagger, met a fine picture of a guardian the face. Now and then you might see the light of a cigar store or of an all-night lunch counter, but the majority of the doors belong to business places that have long since been closed. When about the midway of a certain block, the policeman suddenly slowed his walk in the doorway of a darkened hardware store. A man leaned, with an unlighted cigar in his mouth.
Okay, continue. It's all right.
"It's all right, officers," he said sullenly. "I'm just waiting for a friend. It's an appointment made 20 years ago. Sounds a little funny to you, doesn't it? Well, I respect if you like to make certain it's all straight. About that long ago, there used to be a restaurant where this store stands. Big Show, Riley's restaurant. Until 5 years ago, said the policeman, it was torn down then. The man in the doorway struck a match and lit his cigar. The light showed a pale, spiritual face with keen eyes and a little white scar near his right eyebrow. His coffin was a large diamond, oddly set. 20 years ago tonight, said the man, eyeing dinner here at the big show practice with Jimmy Wells, my best chum, and the finest job in the world. I was 18 and Jimmy was 20. The next morning I was started for the West to make my fortune. You couldn't have tracked Jimmy out of New York. He thought it was the only place on earth. Well, we agreed that night that we would meet here again, exactly 20 years from that date and time. No matter what our conditions might be, or from what distance we might have to come, we figured that in 20 years, each of us ought to have our destiny
What?
work out and
Mhm.
our fortune met, whatever they were going to be. It sounds pretty interesting, said the policeman. Rather a long time between minutes told. It seems to me, haven't you heard my friend since you left?
Mhm. Well, yes, for
Well, yes, for a time we correspond, said the other, but after a year or two we lost track of each other. But I know Jimmy will meet here if
okay. Fear if he's okay. Now let's continue. If here, if he uh,
if he's oh Islam.
is alive. Okay, from here. Okay, so just read
If
this
he
part.
is alive, for he always was the truest, standest old chap in the world. He will never forget I came 1,000 miles to stand in this door tonight. And it's worth it if my old partner turns up. The waiting man pulled out of a handsome watch the list of his set with the small diamonds. 3 minutes to 10, he announced. It was exactly 10 o'clock when we parked here at the restaurant door. Did Reggie watch well out west? Didn't you? Asked the policeman.
Ask the policeman. Okay, so the text is very long. Okay, so now I want to ask you, can you please tell me where can you see yourself, for example, from 20 years from now. Okay, so where, for example, you can see yourself in 20 years from now. Imagine that. Okay, so in 20 years from now, so where, for example, you can see yourself. Okay, in which place you can see yourself in 20 years from now?
In which way I can see myself?
So where can you see yourself? To stay on Malta, to be in Vietnam? So can you please tell me where, for example, where can you see yourself? In which places can you can see yourself? Okay, can you see yourself in Vietnam? Can you see yourself in on Malta? Okay, so where can you see yourself? So what will you do? What do you think? What will you do in 20 years from now?
Um, I think I think it's in German.
In German. Why did you choose German? Why? Germany. Okay. So why in which and why did you choose this country?
Because I study German right now, so in the future I'll go to German. So maybe in next 20 years I will there. I think. Yes.
Okay. And why do you think so? Why? What is the reason for you to think so? Okay, can you please tell me why did you choose this country?
Um, because I'm studying German. Yeah. I don't know. I just choose German as a language, as a third language, and I'm studying right now. I have. Maybe in the future I will go to Germany.
Okay, in which city? In which city would you like to go?
No, that one I still don't think about it. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's see. Okay, so and what do you think when you compare? Did you ever been to Germany so far? Did you ever go to the
No,
Germany?
I never been there.
And would you like which cities would you like to visit if you go there? Which cities would you like to visit?
I think it's Berlin because it's the capital city of Germany. So of
Berlin.
course I will visit Berlin. Berlin.
And what do you think? What is something that you can see there if you go there? What is something that you can see there?
Then that ones I need to find about it. No.
Okay. Now let's see. And how about I want to ask you how about other cities in when you compare Malta and Vietnam? Okay, compare the city where you live now and with the city where you used to live in Vietnam.
Compared to Vietnam,
Yes. Okay, so city where you live now compare, for example, in the city in Vietnam.
the city in Vietnam is much more better. The city I
Mm-hmm.
live in now is boring. There's no place for me to go. The city
Why?
I live in Vietnam is Saigon, and in there is very big. Yeah,
Mhm. Why do you think so? Why?
because it's bigger than here.
Okay. Now let's see. And what do you think? What do you think about some other cities on Malta? Would you like to visit some other cities on Malta?
visit. I can visit maybe almost most of the city in Monza. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, so and why do you think so? Why?
Because I visit most of country in Monza, in city in Monza.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is something that you can visit. Okay, now we finished our class. That was really nice. Thank you so much. See you next week. We have 2 more classes on Monday and Wednesday, and that's it. Okay.
Yes, see you.
See you. Bye bye.